Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? Yeah. Running and running and running and running and running and running. We won't stop. Competition got them on lock. Shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, up 20 with the top spot. 20 down like it's stock drop. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Welcome to a brand new week here on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. You are watching on YouTube, on Caffeine TV, on Local Now Wrestling Spotlight, and on True TV Plus. It's Reed Duffy, and you take a look at one of the brightest rising stars in Glory Pro Wrestling. That's Lady Bird, back from Texas.
Your opening contest this afternoon is set for one fall. Today's bouts have 30-minute time limits. Introducing first from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, she is just Maggie Lee.
And speaking of rising stars on the women's side, Maggie Lee would fit that category.
And her opponent from Austin, Texas, this is Lady Bird.
A rising superstar is Lady Bird. The last time we saw her, she overcame an arm injury in a three-way contest here on Ascend to knock off Blair Onyx and Heather Reckless in what was a really good back-and-forth match for all three. Lady Bird came out the victor. Collar and elbow tie-up, and Lady Bird reversed into the corner by Cedar Rapids' Maggie Lee. Lady Bird will have the experience edge in this contest. Maggie Lee, though, an incredible athlete, college volleyball superstar. As arm wringer, and now to the wrist lock from Maggie Lee. Lady Bird's going to roll through, pop back up to her feet, and take the arm of Maggie Lee right to the wrist. Look at the torque. Lady Bird getting on that wrist, see the elbow bending in a direction other than in which nature intended. Maggie Lee tried to go to the hair to break that up. Now the go behind. Maggie Lee takes a hammerlock. Sliding out the backside is Lady Bird. Maggie Lee tried to roll her way through that. Lady Bird used it to take the arm and brought her right over the back. Oh, and Maggie Lee steps back in with a slap. Obviously did not like the catch-as-catch-can exploits of Lady Bird. Oh, Lady Bird, nice move up and over the back and responds with a slap of her own. Maggie Lee held up in the corner. Lady Bird charges in. Oh, beautiful strike. European uppercut. Rolls through with the snapmare. Cartwheel from Lady Bird. Hits the splits on the kick. 2.5. She is an incredible young talent. And Lady Bird has Maggie Lee rolling to the outside. Lady Bird hits far side. What's she got in mind here? Oh, Maggie Lee. That's where the long legs come in handy. The strikes from distance. Talked about this before when we've seen Maggie Lee. She can hit you when you're standing way outside. You can't get inside to her, but she can still throw devastating strikes with the long reach. Got a count of 2 that time. And Maggie Lee will have that advantage over most of the women she comes up against. Long arms, long legs, long reach for strikes. And now Lady Bird in trouble, strung out over that second rope. You know, it reminds almost of an Anderson Silva. When Silva fought at 185 pounds in the UFC and how he could hit opponents at range before they could ever even get inside to think about striking him. Of course, then he came up against Chris Weidman, and the rest is history. As Maggie Lee, bicycle kick. And Lady Bird is rocked. Shoves Maggie Lee away. She'll charge back in. Now clattering over the back. Maggie Lee pulling Lady Bird out to the middle. Hoist. Oh, Lady Bird. Reversal. Inside cradle. Count of 2. Backing to the ropes is Lady Bird. And again charging in Maggie Lee downstairs. What a loaded week we've got. Again, Road Warrior Cup semifinals will come up. That's next. It's the Philly Marino Experience, the tag team champions, taking on the new guys who might have had the most impressive performance of the first round. And in our main event, it all comes to a head. They're finally going to go one-on-one. It's Calvin Tankman taking on Camaro Jackson. Count of 1, 2, and that's all as Maggie Lee will get out of the way. And Lady Bird being surfboarded across the knee of Maggie Lee, pardon me. Trying to get back to the feet. Lady Bird lands the strike off the right hand. Now a second time. And working over the jawline of Maggie Lee. Reversal. Lady Bird hangs on to the ropes. Back elbow strike lands. Maggie Lee staggers out towards the middle of the ring. Boot up from Lady Bird. And that strike found a home on the jawline. Maggie Lee, forearm a second time. A third, and now to the knife edge chop, and Lady Bird finding herself in a little bit of trouble in that corner. A second knife edge chop lands. Maggie Lee, oh, the overhand from Lady Bird, and that's going to sting. And a second time. And now they're just going back and forth, just opening up on one another. Maggie Lee sends Lady Bird across the ring. She'll hit the brakes, fly, crossbody, count of 2, and that's all. Duck underneath, Lady Bird swings round. Nice overhand, boot down to the leg. Hey, that's a smart move. Take the base away from Maggie Lee. Fisherman suplex, can she connect the hands? She does! And Maggie Lee just able to kick out. Maggie Lee might have gotten out of that just before Lady Bird could grip the fingers and finish off that fisherman suplex. Lady Bird would almost be better to finish that grip before she brings Maggie Lee up and over. Off the ropes. Maggie Lee, out of the way was Lady Bird, but there's that back kick again, the reach advantage. Lady Bird thought she was out of the way. Maggie Lee, what is this? Roll through and then almost a jackknife style slam. I believe Hardcore Holly referred to that as the Alabama Slam way back. And now Maggie Lee trying to ascend, no pun intended. Oh, Lady Bird catches her with the forearm up on the turnbuckles. Lady Bird working her way all the way up. And is this going to be Frankensteiner from the top? Got it! Beautiful execution from Lady Bird on the Frankensteiner. Maggie Lee in trouble in the corner. Lady Bird over. Oh wait, the official. Is Maggie Lee hurt? Is it her neck? It could be her neck off that Frankensteiner. Lady Bird a little bit confused. I didn't see a hard landing there for Maggie Lee. Oh, drop down Lady Bird in the corner. Stacks her. Count of 1, 2, she's got her legs on the ropes. Ref off. Stolen. And I don't think Lady Bird's going to go quietly on that one. Lady Bird knew exactly what happened, and now she and Maggie Lee are fighting their way back through the curtain. What an open here on Glory Pro Wrestling. Road Warrior Cup semifinal next.
Introducing Smack Talk Showdown. Fulfill your dreams of becoming a professional wrestler. You and your friends adopt the most wild personas, give outrageous promos, and feel the burn as you tear into the mic and into your best friends with Smack Talk Showdown. This is the only party game where smack talking isn't just encouraged, it's required. Watch as friendships are tested, alliances are formed, and laughter is guaranteed. It's time to wrestle with words. Get ready for the ultimate smack-talking experience, Smack Talk Showdown. Let the smack-talking begin. Visit SmackTalkShowdown.com, second edition available now.
Crown of Glory on the line.
Mike Outlaw. Kenny Alfonso. Crown of Glory champion, Camaro Jackson.
Three-way matchup to decide who walks away from the pageant tonight as the Crown of Glory champion. Belly to back suplex and he lands him. Counter on top of counter. Got him! Powerbomb! Chokeslam into the powerbomb! Oh, the belt! But it's the lariat from Camaro Jackson! The lariat! Got a 1, 2! He retains the gold! Wait a minute, who is this for the backside? Is that who I think that is? It can't be! What's he doing here? He's trying to end Camaro Jackson! Tankman with the champion up over his head. Don't do this. On the stage! Helvin Tankman wants the Crown of Glory? He's gonna walk away with it! He's stolen the title belt!
Oh, I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
It's the Road Warrior Cup semifinals. And the sound of Phil Collins can only mean the party's on. The Philly Marino experience is in the house. Marino T grooving to the center of the ring. And Jake Bosch getting down with Marino T. Oh, why not? These guys are a whole lot of fun, both these teams. Philly Collins, it's just me, or is he looking better and better shape all the time? Philly C and Marino T, the United Glory Tag Team Champions. 2 times they've held that gold. And they come in over a win on the MXM Collection.
Final match in the Road Warrior Cup. It is also for the United Glory Tag Team Championship.
Those titles on the line every time.
Your referee is Alex Strahan. Introducing first the challengers coming straight out of training. The team of Jake Bosch and Scott Stanley, the new guy.
They have captured the hearts of the St. Louis crowd. Scott Stanley and Jake Bosch, the new guys, with some new gear.
And their opponents from Erotic City, USA, the defending United Glory Tag Team Champions, Philly C and Marino T, the Philly and Marino Experience.
Well, this is a tough one for me because, quite frankly, I love both these teams. All 4 of these guys, tremendous. I was there in 2016 as Philly C and Marino T were first becoming a team. I saw them make the trip up so many times to Hamilton, Ontario, Canada to get an opportunity in Alpha One Wrestling. And of course, in the return of Alpha One, we have seen the Philly Marino Experience get involved and the new guys. These 2 are brilliant. They are going to be a tremendous team for years to come, but they give up a whole lot of experience. It's 19 years combined for Philly C and Marino T. 6 years predominantly, going on 8 years predominantly as a tag team. And what do we got going on here? We saw in the opening round matchup for the Philly Marino Experience up against the MXM Collection. That is a new way for a collar and elbow tie-up, and I like it. One of the strangest tag team matches of all time that included a couple of pose downs, an invisible dog. I still have to call it Fifi? Oh, for crying out loud. Contractual obligation to who? Anyway, Jake Bosch up and over the top. Marino T drops down, Bosch through the legs. Marino puts the brakes on him. Marino T, usually the best athlete in the contest. However, in this matchup, he's going to be matched move for move by Jake Bosch. Bosch with a chance down. Alex Strahan's going to get dizzy. That is, back-to-back arm drag takeovers. And both men missed the drop kick, back up to their feet like they're reading each other's mind. I like this. Whoa, wait a minute now. Are they talking about going rock'em sock? Oh, this is fantastic. Hey, wait a minute. Jake Bosch over to the corner of the Philly Marino Experience. Now Scott Stanley's going to get in on this? What kind of rhythm does Scott Stanley have? I don't think we've ever really found out. He doesn't seem to be one to go in for this kind of thing. Well, we know how much rhythm the Philly Marino Experience has. Whoa! Scott Stanley, a little bit shell-shocked over in the corner. Hey, whoa, a little dance move there? What's going on here? This is fantastic. Blind tag from the backside by Scott Stanley. Boot from Jake Bosch. Stanley in a little schoolyard action, and then the elbow off the elevation from Jake Bosch. I love this match already. Back to the corner goes Marino T. In flying comes Scott Stanley. Jake Bosch back in. Bosch goes midsection. What is this? Step up enziguri. Beautiful tag team work. Hook at the outside leg. Jake Bosch count of 2, and that's all he'll get, says Alex Strahan. Well, see what I mean about the new guys? They knocked off the Premier in a bit of a revenge match. SK Bishop and Campbell Myers, they went toe-to-toe with the new guys. It was probably the best match of the first round. As out to the floor goes Marino T. And we've seen that spinning wheel kick from the big fella, Philly C, before. Like I said, Philly C looks like he's in great shape. Philly's gonna hit the ropes. Oh, we know he's got the groove. Look at the outside leg, count of 2, and that's all. It is so interesting to see, as I mentioned, I've seen the Philly Marino Experience from the very beginning, from where they started to where they are now in this Road Warrior Cup as defending champions, and they have the hard road. They've got to win all 3 matches. They got to win the tournament to retain the titles. I mean, that was bold by Philly Marino to put their titles on the line in every matchup. Oh, spine buster there from Philly C. Winners of this match will get Violences Forever in the finals. Back senton, beautifully done, and once again, Philly C follows up, count of 2 3/4. Well, we saw the tag team work of the new guys earlier. There are very few that can do it as well as the Philly Marino Experience tag team specialists, and the crowd a little bit split, and I don't blame them. I'm right there with them. I love both these teams. If a dark horse was going to win this tournament, I said it last week, my pick was going to be the new guys. Scorpion death drop from Marino T. That could be all, count of 2 3/4 once again. Don't know if he got the snap on it the way he wanted it. Back to the corner. And, nice elbow there from Philly C. Scott Stanley in a bit of trouble. We saw in the matchup against the MXM Collection at first, it was the look for that DDT double stomp combination from the Philly Marino Experience, and then they went back to tried and true. Sunset Dreams is what picked them up the victory. They have so many ways as a tag team to put you away. Splash in the corner was countered by Scott Stanley. Marino sent off the apron. Oh, Scott couldn't quite make the roll to the corner for Jake Bosch. Back into the corner of the champions. Philly C again, Avalanche. Tag in. Marino T, slide. Oh, that pop-up forearm. Marino, Bulldog, got him. Oh, Barry Windham would have been proud of that one. Hook at the outside leg, count of 2. That's all he'll get. You can see so many influences in the style of a team like the Philly Marino Experience. That last combination alone, think back to the early 90s World Championship Wrestling, Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham, one of my all-time favorite tag teams. Down to the body. Another one from Scott Stanley as he tries to work his way back to the corner. Front face lock position. We know Stanley's got a boatload of suplexes, and he can turn that into a brain buster in a hurry, but Marino T obviously has done his scouting. Snap suplex. Talk a lot about Marino T, the athleticism, the skill. I think underrated in the power category as well. Not a big guy, but extremely strong. To the corner again, Marino reining in those forearms, and he gets a whole lot of momentum behind him. There's the groove. I don't think there's anybody in wrestling who has the hips of Marino Tenaglia. Oh, little cross up there. Marino got Philly. Big trouble. German suplex by Scott Stanley. Jake Bosch clattering the canvas. He wants in. Bosch reaching out to his tag team partner. Bosch is gonna have to reach as far as he can as Stanley dives. And Jake Bosch is into the matchup. Bicycle kick. Philly C down, Bosch hits the ropes, dives through with the forearm. Bosch to the ring apron, flies on top of Philly C. That's senton off the ring apron, and now Bosch from the top rope, shotgun drop kick. Could be new tag team champions. Oh, what an upset that would have been. I know violence is forever is in the finals, but if the new guys are able to pick up this victory, it's hard to see anybody stopping them if they get that kind of momentum. Scott Stanley stepping back in. I know they're the underdogs in the tournament, but if you can knock off the Premier and then PME back-to-back, shotgun dropkick, German suplex. Oh, Marino landed on one knee. Up and over, Stanley caught. Got the foot up to the jawline of Jake Bosch. Marino Tenaglia making the recovery. Over to the corner. Up to the shoulder, Scott Stanley. He's in trouble. Road Warrior Cup. Doomsday device, perhaps. With the splash from Philly C. No, Marino. Smart by Alex Strahan. He picked up. Marino Tenaglia is the legal man. He could not make the count. Oh, that is why Alex Strahan is literally one of the best in the business. He realized that on the fly as he went down for the cover. I don't know how he's keeping track. I lost track. Well, this is a matchup I wouldn't mind seeing 3 of 5, 4 of 7, calling a playoff series. Back and forth they go, Bosch and Philly C. I could watch these two teams go at it all day. Stanley winning back a little bit with the forearm, duck underneath. Stanley rings the jaw. Well, do-si-do from the new guys. And there's that double bicycle kick. And they're rolling. Momentum on the side of the youngsters. And I think they're setting up for the big finish. Powerbomb position, neck breaker perhaps. Oh, Philly C caught him. Plunged him with the powerbomb. Bosch down. Marino rolls through. Scott Stanley finds himself in a bit of trouble. Sunset Dreams. Welcome to Erotic City. This one's over. The look on the face of Marino Tenaglia tells it all.
Advancing to the tournament final, and still the United Glory Tag Team Champion, the Philly and Marino Experience.
What a match! Philly C and Marino T were just pushed to their limits by Jake Bosch and Scott Stanley. That was tag team excellence. And now, the MXM Collection down. The new guys down. It's the Road Warrior Cup Finals PME. There is the man who stole the Crown of Glory Championship back at the pageant in April. There's the Quad Father, the Crown of Glory champion, although he doesn't physically have that belt in his possession. What is Calvin Tankman's purpose here other than to cause heartache for Camaro Jackson? That Camaro Jackson's going to start hot, and I can't blame him. He's been waiting for this opportunity. He's wanted Calvin Tankman. He wants that belt back and to prove that he is truly the Crown of Glory champion. And the only way to do that is to beat Tankman here tonight. And again, Camaro Jackson not used to being on this side of the strength battle. Camaro Jackson has continued to fight, continued to battle, and it's been an uphill battle at that. Tankman, oh! He just turned the lights out on the referee! Out of the way is Jackson the second time. He'll come through with the lariat! This match should be over. Cinco not even going to let it occur. Tankman hooks the leg. Official rolls in, count of 2. Oh my God, it's a new Crown of Glory champion. Calvin Tankman will Cinco's hitman.
I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Main event time this week on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend, and wherever you are watching around the world, we thank you for being a part of this once again, and you might feel the impacts of this matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this contest, anything goes. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent so that he cannot return to his feet by the count of 10. Introducing the competitors first, from UC, USA, 265 pounds, the Quad Father, Camaro Jackson!
They have not stopped jawing at one another, Jackson and Tankman.
And his opponent, from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing 355 pounds, heavyweight hustle, Calvin Tankman.
Remember, it was just a few weeks ago here on Ascend, Camaro Jackson asked for this. Last man standing. Calvin Tankman, this match might be last monster standing. Calvin Tankman, 355 out of Indianapolis, former Crown of Glory champion. He took that title from Camaro Jackson twice. First, physical possession, when he arrived on the scene, arrived on the stage at the pageant and stole the belt, literally. And then beat him, all kinds of help from the crew involved, but took the title in rain from Camaro Jackson. Jackson was able to get that belt back, two-time Crown of Glory champion, as he flies to the floor, one of only 2 men to hold the title multiple times, and he wipes out Jackson on the floor. Pardon me, wipes out Tankman on the floor. I'm charged up for this. This has been a long time coming, and you notice no Cinco, no Mike Outlaw, no Raheem De La Suede, none of the crew around ringside. But keep an eye, you never know where they might appear. Calvin Tankman sent back to the apron. Camaro Jackson turned, and Tankman lands a knife-edge chop. This is just going to be a straight-out fight as Jackson sent into the ring post. Ben laid out the rules. Only way to win, incapacitate your opponent so that he cannot answer the 10 count. Tankman working his way around ringside. Our Road Warrior Cup finals now set. The Philly Marino Experience once again for the third time in the tournament have to defend their titles against Violence is Forever. That coming up next week on Ascend. But right now, Calvin Tankman. Oh, out of the way is Camaro Jackson. Jackson rolls down the backside and decked him. Tankman down to his knees. And now what has Jackson got in mind? South Broadway Athletic Club on edge here as Camaro Jackson gaining speed. He almost sent him into the front row. Watch out for the light stand. Quick hands for the front row and referee Alex Strand. I've seen that happen before. I was doing an event once inside the Columbus Club in Hamilton, Ontario, when Jeff Cobb threw a suicide dive to the floor. He took out his opponent, he took out the table, and he took out me. I ended up with several bruised ribs on that one. Who said commentating's not hard? Camaro Jackson just broke the chair over the back of Calvin Tankman. Oh my goodness gracious. We're already plundering. What is that, to lunch tray? Cafeteria serving sloppy joes. And Camaro Jackson just waffled Calvin Tankman. Ben, get out of the way. You might want to just leave ringside altogether, pal. Camaro Jackson is looking for plunder wherever he can find it. What has he got in mind under the ring? What is under the ring? That's a ladder. That is a ladder. What do we need a ladder for? In a last man standing match, there's no need for a ladder. Calvin Tankman trying to get back to his feet. Why do we have a ladder? That's a different ladder. Right hand from Camaro Jackson. What in the world do we need a ladder for? I think that one is already crumpled. And Camaro Jackson says, I don't care, I'm not using it to climb it. I just want to use it to inflict maximum punishment on Calvin Tankman. Tankman back into the corner. Camaro Jackson lights him up with the knife-edge chop. Tankman is going to want to watch himself here. Jackson trying to send him across the ring. Tankman able to put the brakes on. Jackson, he wasn't able to put the brakes on for that. He's got leveled with a chair thrown at him. Jackson charges. Tankman, pop up, over to the ladder, look out! Oh, that will rattle the spine of Camaro Jackson. His shoulders, the back of his neck making contact with the steel on the way down. And Alex Strand putting in the count. I mentioned in our last matchup, Alex Strand, one of the best referees in the business. In this matchup, he's almost a kindergarten teacher in the sense that he's just counting. There is nothing else for him to do in this matchup other than count the 10. And by the way, I make the joke about kindergarten teachers because my mother was one for 30 years. So don't think that I'm taking a shot at kindergarten teachers. Trust me, I wouldn't be able to make it through the rest of this day if I did. As Calvin Tankman in the corner, pulling the jersey or the shirt of Camaro Jackson. I'm a hockey guy. There's always jerseying somebody. Chop landed. Camaro Jackson trying to crawl his way back to his feet. Tankman with a steel chair. to the gut. And now over the head. I mean, we could be here all night the way these two men fight. You got to incapacitate one of these two so they don't get up for the count of 10. Good luck. It's whoa, family program. It's hard enough to keep one of the two of them down for a count of 3, let alone a count of 10. Although Calvin Tankman, ow. That will rattle your spine, your rib cage, and everything else in between. And again, downstairs and over the back. And now Tankman just taking a punishing Camaro Jackson. And we've seen this in matchups with these two before. Camaro Jackson normally in his matchups has the strength advantage. But against heavyweight hustle, that kind of goes out the window. Calvin Tankman is a rare kind of fighter. You look at Calvin Tankman, and for his size, the speed, the agility to go along with the strength is incredible as he collars Camaro Jackson. This is bad. This is really bad. Jackson to the ring post with that chair collared around his neck. How is he moving? And again, Alex putting in the count, and you can see he looks uncomfortable. He sees what's going on. He sees how violent this match is going to get. Yeah, a youngster in the crowd saying he's not okay. No, he's definitely not okay. You're exactly right, young fella. Camaro Jackson, though, back up to his feet. He'll crawl back into the ring. And I think Tankman might be a little bit surprised by that. Why would you be surprised? It's not the first time these two have gone toe-to-toe. It's not the first time they've felt the brunt of one another. Although Calvin Tankman making his way over to the corner. He'll press that chair into the face of Camaro Jackson. What has Tankman got in mind here? Tankman will charge. Oh, and he just puts the boot right into that chair. Jackson made his way back into the ring, but how much did he exhaust just to get back there? And now he's Tankman gonna strangle.
You don't give up in front of your friends and family, huh?
And Calvin Tankman talking to Camaro Jackson, insulting Camaro Jackson, and Jackson says, I've had all I can take of that. And there's nothing Alex Strahan can do about that one. Downstairs goes Jackson. It's last man standing. It's anything goes. That is called survival. And now Camaro what has he got in mind here? He hooks him. He's trying to get Tankman. Tankman 355. Can he get him up? Reversal. Tankman, look out. Brain buster on the chair. That's got to be it. As tough as Camaro Jackson is, as hard as it is to keep him down, brain buster over a chair and the seat is just warped. I mean, look at that. That is from the impact of the skull of Camaro Jackson.
You see his head print right here?
Don't worry, Calvin, I pointed it out. Jackson is stirring, but he might run out of time. It's an 8 count from referee Alex Strahan. 9. Jackson to his feet, my God! He broke the count. And Calvin Tankman over after him with that busted chair and just waffles him across the back of the head once more. Tankman onto the floor. And now Tankman decides he would like to go a plundering. Steel chair into the ring, and that is a newer one that does not have a Camaro Jackson head print in it. More chairs. Calvin Tankman clearly had something in mind, and I don't think anybody's going to like it. Tankman around ringside. I don't know how Camaro Jackson is moving. Tankman still working after something. He's got 4 chairs that he's just picked out and tossed into the ring. Brain buster over one wasn't enough, So now we're going to get 4 involved. And Tankman with the boot to Camaro Jackson. Center of the ring with one of the chairs. Tankman with some sort of construction for destruction in mind. Sets up the chair seat to seat. Could this be a power bomb into the stack? We know Tankman loves to use the power bomb. And 4 of those chairs just laid out, well, 3 of them right now as he tosses one into Jackson. That was actually a smart move by Tankman. He saw Jackson was starting to stir, just went over, tossed the chair into him, but now Tankman spending too much time jawing with the ringsiders. A somewhat fearful hush over the South Broadway Athletic Club as they watch for whatever this idea is that Calvin Tankman has to put an end to Camaro Jackson. Jackson's laid out across the 4 chairs. Where is Calvin Tankman going? He's going all the way, isn't he? 350 up to the top rope, and oh, thank goodness. Camaro Jackson was able to regain his wits, and he's now teeing off. Wait, what is this gonna be? Is he gonna rocket launcher him into the chairs? Tankman starting to pull Jackson. Jackson obliging as he starts to climb his way up. Tankman is stuck. Jackson has met him. Superplex. No. Superplex! Oh my God. Look at that one chair just to the left of Calvin Tankman. I mean, that just blew that chair apart. Look at that thing. I think the ring moves 6 inches on impact. Count is up to 6. Camaro Jackson stirring at 7. Jackson trying to make his way back up to his feet. Count is at 8. How is Tankman moving? Jackson's up. Count is at 9. Tankman's up. What are these two gonna have to do to each other? What else can they do to each other? And now just teeing off with right hands, and those are heavy rights. You can hear the impact. Back and forth, a little bit wild now, and it's gonna get to that point. Oh my, forearm, jawline, duck underneath, overhand chop lands. Insecurity round the back of the ear on Tankman. Tankman backing towards the corner. Camaro charges, pounced him through the ladder. He shot Calvin Tankman right into the steel. Tankman's eyes were glassy after he made contact with that chair. Count up to 4. Tankman's crumpled. He has not moved since he got leveled into that ladder. Now starting to stir. Count up to 7. Jackson awaiting. Count is 8. And Tankman's going to get back up again. These two men are machines. Oh, Jackson whipped that clear across the ring. That's the chair that is absolutely destroyed. That was the one that took the brunt of Calvin Tankman from the top rope. The crowd is chanting for a table. Some people just want to see the world burn. Well, get the match. Here comes the table. Normally I would say this is the last thing these two would need. However, when you're trying to keep one of them down for a 10 count, It might take this and then some. Ladders, chairs, tables, the kitchen sink, a Sherman tank, who knows?
15 minutes elapsed in the match, 15 minutes down.
Actually, I think one of these two men might be able to beat a Sherman tank, as Camaro Jackson trying to set that table towards the corner. And now has a look to the crowd. Calvin Tankman is in some trouble. Tankman pulled out of that corner. Duck underneath of Camaro Jackson. Forearm to the back of the head. That's going to sting. Belly to back. Sets him. Jackson was able to land to his knees. Tankman charges. Samoan drop. The table obliterated. The table didn't break, it imploded. Sawdust went everywhere. Look at it all over the ring. Count up to 5. Now 6, Tankman still down. Camaro Jackson on his feet outside the ring. Count at 8, Tankman still down. 9, can Tankman, oh my God, are you kidding me? Count at 9, he pulled himself up in the ropes. This match is going to take years off the careers of both of these men. What the heck do we need another ladder for? This is insane. Look at what you can see it on the top left. The impact of the last time there was a ladder involved. Tankman just blew that right out. We've seen a table implode. We've seen chairs just irreversibly damaged. Camaro Jackson's head, Calvin Tankman's body just destroying chairs in this match. And now Jackson trying to suplex Tankman through a ladder to the floor. Oh, forearm. Jackson's laid out. Tankman. Oh no. I don't like where this is going. 350 plus. Tankman. Splash, the ladder broke in half. Is that going to be enough? If that isn't enough, I call the National Guard. Like, these two are just going to put an end to one another inside the South Broadway Athletic Club. Count is up to 6. I mean, with all due respect to Crown of Glory champion Jake Parnell, he's got to be watching this match and thinking, I really do not want to have to fight either one of these two right now. I mean, if you're a champion in Glory Pro Wrestling, you got to be looking at this going, I don't know how I would put one of these two guys away. As Jackson just getting clattered with a chair. I'm sure Parnell would take the challenge, but like, what do you have to do? Tankman all the way over. He almost went backstage to get that table. What's he going to do with that table? Setting it up in the aisle. Meanwhile, a count going on. I don't think he's going to be signing autographs. Tankman setting that table out in the aisleway. Why would he set a table in the aisleway? Oh, Camaro Jackson just threw a cup of something. And then hammers him with a chair. You're gonna hear that chair just smacking off Tankman. Ben says 20 minutes have gone by, but this has to feel like an eternity for both Camaro Jackson and Calvin Tankman. Jackson hammering away, right hands to the top of the head. Whoa. Camaro Jackson. What is he looking at? What is Camaro Jackson looking at? He went backstage. There must be something back there that he's got in mind that he's going to bring back with him. I mean, did he have something set up pre-match? He had a look towards the backstage area, but he kind of looked up. But I can't imagine that that's what he would. Oh my God. No. He wouldn't, he couldn't. Not this. From the aisleway. Camaro Jackson is up on the rigging. This just shows you how much hate there is in this matchup. Jackson all the way on top of the rigging. That table bent in two. It did not break, but you can see the dip in it. And Camaro Jackson bounced off of Calvin Tankman. Camaro Jackson took that table off the knee. There was nowhere for Tankman to go. The table didn't give. He was stuck between the hard table below and Camaro Jackson flying from on high. Count is up to 5. Jackson getting back towards the ring. Calvin Tankman, though, there can't be anything left for Tankman. From the top of the rigging in the aisleway, he took a peek up there, but I thought, there's no way. There's no way he would do that to himself. Oh, Tankman is running on instinct. He somehow got back up, but look at the look in the eyes of Calvin Tankman. I don't think he has any idea where he is. Tankman trying to crawl his way back into the ring. What a main event here on Ascend. Tankman seething on the outside as he rolls back in. Oh, the fans have that right. This is incredible, but what else is left to do? We have seen tables, ladders, chairs. We've seen Camaro Jackson fly off the staging. I mean, he almost went through the ceiling of the South Broadway Athletic Club. Dumping one of the busted ladders out to the floor. Camaro Jackson. I mean, this is a year in the making. These two men battling one another like this. They've traded the title. They've gone toe-to-toe so many times, but we've never seen anything quite like this. Boots to the head. Tankman laid out over that middle rope. He'll charge. Oh! Tankman caught Jackson. Tilt-a-whirl power slam on the ring apron where wood meets steel. Alex Strand putting the count in. Up to a count of 3. You can see the cut on the leg of Jackson. That's likely where he hit that table on his way down from the rig. Calvin Tankman has another table. Is this show brought to you by Home Depot? What is going on here? Count is up to 8. Camaro Jackson trying to get back to his feet. And he did. He did at 9. Calvin Tankman, though, as if he had already sensed it. Oh, forearm strike lands to the jawline. Ben calls out 5 minutes left. 30-minute time limit in this contest. I think that was the right idea by Glory Pro. I mean, how much more can these two do to each other? As Tankman sets that table, like I said earlier, if we didn't have some sort of limit, they could be fighting here all night. But if this goes to a time limit, it will solve nothing. This is a blood feud. And Calvin Tankman has stacked up a pair of chairs on the outside of a pair of tables as he caught the chair from Jackson and hammered him with it again. Up to the ring apron. Tankman, he wants to end this right here. Tankman has the idea to end this right here. 2 tables stacked up, pyramid style. Up to the shoulders goes Camaro Jackson. Heavyweight Hustle wants to end a career right here. No, Camaro Jackson escapes down the backside. Oh, no. German suplex. Tankman hanging on. I don't know if a German suplex is the right idea here for Camaro Jackson. He does not want to be on the bottom of this pile if Tankman lets go. Back elbows from Calvin Tankman. Oh, and that last one struck right on the ear. Tankman sets. Jackson charges up to the shoulders. He's caught. He's in the bad part here. Jackson lost his grip on the top rope. Tankman sends him through both. Camaro Jackson is motionless on the floor. Count up to 4. Jackson is starting to stir just a little bit. That's got to be all. Calvin Tankman is going to take this matchup. Count up to 7. Jackson, he moved one of the tables off of him, but it's a count of 8, and Jackson barely, wait a minute. Count of 9, but Camaro, no, there's no way. He couldn't make it. He could not make it back to his feet.
At 27-43, the winner of the match and last one standing, Calvin Tankman.
My God, what a fight. In the end, it took 2 tables.